All right, guys, welcome back to Subliminal Escapes. My name is Steven Stangolini. We appreciate you being here. Guys, this episode of Subliminal Escapes, we are at Glamis Sand Dunes in Southern California, about 30 miles east of Brawley, 50 miles northeast of Mexicali, and 50 miles northwest of Yuma. This is the sand sports capital of the world, guys. This is a fun place to go. Whether or not you have a dirt bike, an ATV, a side-by-side, any type of power sports, you can easily transfer it over to the world of sand sports. Hang tight, we'll be right back and we'll go over the reasons why we love Glamis Sand Dunes. Stick around. To get to Glamis and to be able to enjoy what it has to offer, you need some type of an off-road vehicle. You also need paddle tires on that off-road vehicle. Many will argue, like with my vehicle there, you can have knobbies, but you have to air down, but it's not always beneficial, as I'll discuss later in this video. You also need a way to transport your toy or your side-by-side or your ATV or dirt bikes out to the dunes. Most people do it one of three ways: either pickup truck, flatbed trailer, camp in a tent, or camp with a buddy. Motorhome, be it Class C or Class A, towing a double stack trailer with the toys inside, or a pickup truck towing a toy hauler, be it fifth wheel or a bumper pull, with your vehicle inside. We started out after falling in love with Glamis back in 2016 with a simple 20-foot bumper pull Pacific Coachworks toy hauler. It was good for us. We've upgraded since a few times, and we've discussed that in previous videos. Now, what do you need to be safe in the dunes? Number one, be ready to assume the responsibility of respecting the safety that goes with this type of power sport. Because guys, whether you want to hear it or not, there is a huge level of responsibility and respect that you owe to the people teaching you how to operate safely in the dunes, and Mother Nature herself, to keep you out of trouble and give you the most out of your journey when you go to the dunes. Most people who ask me, what do I need to get started? I say, well, you need a vehicle. Okay, that's my vehicle there, guys. Well, I have since sold it, but that was a 2016 Yamaha YXZ 1000R. This particular trip, I had forgot to swap out my sand tires. I had them in the pickup, swapped them out later on the trip. I was sliding around a lot when I had knobbies. So that's one of the bits of advice I'll give, is you have to have the right tires to be able to enjoy this experience, bar none. Number two, if you're hanging out with someone who's trying to show you the ropes and give you the lead, have faith and trust that individual. Like this guy. That's my buddy Dave, who taught me a lot of the information and a lot of the skills in order to enjoy myself whenever I went to the dunes. One of the biggest things that I really get annoyed with is when people show up to the dunes brand new, without a friend, and try to venture out by themselves. So that is a very risky situation that you can get into. Now, if you're the type of guy who built your own car, you've carried a ton of tools, which is another item to carry, tools in case you get into trouble. You've carried a ton of tools to be able to make a repair in the event of an incident while navigating the dunes. Lest you forget, if you get lost in this massive sand dune complex and you have some type of an accident and you are riding alone, you are betting on the come that you're going to be able to get out of there safely. But hey, teach his own. My rule of thumb is never ride alone. Ride with a group, and always trust that the group you are with is not going to get you into trouble. That doesn't mean if you show up to the sand dunes and find a random spot and park next to somebody who you've never met before and say, hey, I'm here by myself, can I ride with you? That doesn't mean they're going to reduce their skill level back to what your skill level starting out is. So be prepared to assume that risk if you choose to ride with strangers. Myself, on a personal level, I stuck with the same group for many years. I respected the leadership in the group. I respected the hierarchy, and I learned a lot from it, to the point after a couple years I was leading my own rides, and the feedback was usually positive, where I would know how to navigate, keep everyone out of trouble, and we would have a safe and uneventful ride. When you're in the sand dunes and you've got your car and you've got your tools and you bring a good attitude and you're ready to have fun, now the choice is, where do we go? Well, this right here is called Oldsmobile Hill. This is somewhere where people just go to ride up and down a little bit, hang out, see other vehicles. There are other points of interest in the dunes, such as the swing set, the flagpole, China Wall, different points of interest that people venture out to throughout the day. No matter where you're at in the dunes, if you've got a skilled leader or a skilled group, they can get you to any of these places. Just don't be afraid to ask. Also, while riding with people, you want to make sure you have a way to communicate with them. I had a way to communicate with people via a car-to-car radio, which is below my arm there, as well as an intercom to be able to talk to my passenger in the vehicle. Guys, this is a very fun hobby. Sand sports is a wonderful thing. Every year there is the Sand Sports Super Show in Southern California that draws a huge crowd for the world of RVing and power sports, and there's good reason for that. But as I said before, know what you're getting into when you get into it. I was always about safety. When people would ride with me, I would say, hey, you're wearing a helmet. We have 5-point harnesses in my vehicle. We've got a really well-built TIG welded cage on the car that's aftermarket. In the event we roll over, we may be injured, but we're going to increase our survivability. And that brings up an interesting point, guys. As much as you don't want to hear it and as much as people hate to discuss it, this is a very dangerous hobby. I want to make myself very clear with that. There are times when we've gone to the sand dunes and you see a helicopter come in. That means somebody had a bad day. That means somebody got hurt or worse. So if you bring a good, humble attitude to this hobby and you respect it and you trust the guidance of the people who bring you along, I can speak for myself. I would always do everything in my power to make sure the people who have gone with me had the safest journey possible. Doesn't mean it wasn't fun. There's many people who may argue. There's a lot of hotheads out there who may say, oh, you're not riding balls to the wall or as fast as you can and as crazy as you can. That doesn't mean you're having fun. That's absolutely not the case, and that's not the people we chose to kick it with. The group we kicked it with brought everything to the table, from many years of skill building in the dunes to different types of vehicles, different types of experience. The number of people we had in our group, combined experience, was a plethora of information to pass down to people learning the hobby. This is a great place in the sand dunes. This is the drags. People would go at the end of a wonderful day of riding, maybe after having lunch somewhere or whatnot in the middle of the dunes. And you usually end up here, typically on a holiday weekend or a Friday, Saturday night. It's a good place to congregate, make friends, discuss the day, have a cold soda, and really just reflect on, wow, another day came and went in the sand dunes. We had a great time together. Nobody got into trouble. Nobody got hurt. And for that, I am forever grateful. One of the reasons I personally hung up this hobby, two of them really. One, different people in the group began to go different directions, so to say. One of them, my mentor in this game, Dave, had moved away. He moved away, and he was one of the people who glued the group together, so to say. Combined with me having an irregular work schedule, it's challenging to find the time to get out there and meet everyone's schedule. It just wasn't working. So I've since sold the car, but had plenty of footage, wanted to make a video about it. It's still a very popular thing in Southern California, Arizona, and Utah, the world of side-by-sides and power sports, sand sports rather. At the end of the day, when you roll back to camp, there's something to express gratitude for. You made it. You had no issues. You didn't get injured. All of your limbs are still attached. So forever I am grateful for the group who always kept me safe while at Glamis Sand Dunes, as you'll be safe if you find the right group. Guys, if you find value in the content I'm putting out here on Subliminal Escapes, appreciate if you like or subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I'm grateful you were watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you on the next episode of Subliminal Escapes. Thanks for watching.